Hey, Dr. Song,
Brother.
what's up? I love your show, Ride and Chat, so much, man. I'm a software engineer and I'm very happy to talk about my industry, the ins and outs, shed more light. I think that there's a vast opportunity that Ghanaians need to know about, and I'll be happy to talk about it and introduce you to the world of tech. So, why don't you join me in my right so we chat? All right? So, the nature of software development, I mean, it varies. There are different sides to it. There are people who are specialized on building apps for mobile phones. There are others who build web applications. So even in web applications, we have people who build the interface as you see it, and there are others who also build the what we call the back end, the engine. See, when you see a car, you can see that the car is designed nicely. It has a very nice look, but then there's also an engine in the car which you might not see. So the people who develop that engine or the back end, those guys are also there. There are also people who build applications in the cloud. We call that cloud development. So it's a very vast industry, and there's many things that you can do, many opportunities, and there's even a lot of the demand is more than the supply. The demand is more than the people, the hands on it. So there's always room for new people who would like to come on board.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a lot of employment opportunity. In fact, too much. Yes, and the problem is most of them are not looking for newbie. So when you start as a newbie, you have to apply yourself to develop the skill properly.
Okay.
That is when you become what I would say employable. But if you are just a newbie and you don't know your way around, nobody's going to mind you.
Okay.
That's the problem with it. And a lot of people who come in do not apply themselves so much and want to just within 6 months they want to start working. Nobody's going to employ you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the more you upgrade yourself, you get to a level that you don't even have to apply. People are after you. People just message you. People call you and email you to just give you jobs. As I said, it's a very vast field, and it's very interesting too because apart from building, some people might even call you to give you some kind of contracts that morally you might not even want to take. If you only think on the money level, you might go for it. So there's all sorts of opportunities in this field. Some time back, someone from Russia
Okay.
sent me an email, and what he wanted to build was an app that would mimic Instagram.
Ooh.
So what the idea the guy had is, he did not tell me everything, but I found out later and I denied it. So what he was trying to do is he'll get the app to the interface just like Instagram, not with all the functionality of Instagram, but especially the login side, sign up side, so that people, he would, it's so there's something called phishing, phishing.
Okay.
It's a way people will kind of get your personal information, hack you, as you may say. So what you do is, when you develop something like that, he would send you a link and say, let's say he'll DM you on Instagram something, check out this link, you can win some money or something. When you click on the link, it will tell you to sign into your Instagram, to connect your Instagram. But that Instagram is fake.
Oh.
So when you sign in, he'll get your password and your username and then use it to log in and log you out and change your password. So that happens a lot. A lot of people get hacked because they don't even realize when they got hacked, because someone built a website that looks like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, which asks you to sign in.
Yeah.
So you felt like, oh, you're just signing in to connect your Facebook to the app so that they can do something, whatever they want to do.
Okay.
But when you sign in, they get your password and then they get your username and they use that to hack your account.
Wow.
So a lot of accounts have been lost to that. So those are some things that I will not take that kind of contract.
Okay.
Yes. So that's when I say they are not morally right. You might even get contracts that are not morally right. That's just one. Some others might ask you to develop. So another interesting thing that someone wanted, OnlyFans?
Yeah, I know OnlyFans. That's the site for this. So that's a semi-nude stuff. The women
I don't
sell-
think it's semi-nude. It's full nude pornography that they're doing on there. So it's just content. The idea of OnlyFans initially was to, and by the way, so in the tech field, all these websites, they were all developed by software engineers, right?
So that's you guys.
Yeah, people like me, OnlyFans, whatever. Think any kind of website software that you know,
Okay.
we do that. So OnlyFans originally was built for celebrities to monetize their content, like pictures, videos. It's more like an Instagram, which is monetized. So you, instead of you to have free access to the person's pictures and stuff, you subscribe to them, and then you pay a monthly fee just to see, like, kind of like a sneak peek into your life. But
Into the celebrities' life.
exactly.
So something like Netflix.
I
You
would
subscribe.
yes,
before you go to
exactly.
watch
So
it.
something like if Netflix and Instagram had sex and had a child, that should have been OnlyFans,
Oh.
right?
I like that.
So so what happened was, unfortunately, they did not realize that it was going to. There were some breed of content creators who were going to capitalize that idea, and those were the pornographic content creators, and that's what happened. And so someone came to me with an idea to build, and apparently OnlyFans is not too convenient for African content creators, right?
Okay.
When it comes to monetization, you can't connect local banks and things. So how do you get your money? All those things. It's not too convenient, right? So the person said they want me to build something like OnlyFans, but for African markets. African porno. That's simple. So
I like your way you said African
so
porno.
I mean, I thought about that. Charlie, money day inside that kind of thing. Like, you'll make a lot of money from that.
Like how much are we talking about?
I mean, if each person, let's use Ghana cedis, right? If we have people charging 20 cedis a month for their content, and the app owners are taking 30%, that's going to be 10% is 2 cedis, 30% is 3 cedis. So, sorry, 10% is
If they are charging, you said 20 cities.
yeah.
And the app owners are taking 30 cities. Oh, 30%.
30%, 30%.
And so that's, let's say, roughly.
10% is 2 cedis. Is it?
Yeah.
So 30% is going to be like 6 cedis
6
ish.
cities or something.
Let's say that. If my math is off, forgive me. If you are watching this, maybe you can do the math later.
Okay.
But so we are charging, let's say, 6 cedis per subscription,
Okay.
and you have 100 of that. That's 600 cedis.
600 cities, yeah.
Let's say you have 100,000 content creators,
Okay.
and each one has 1,000 subscribers. Okay. So that is 100,000 people times 1,000. That is like
100,000
times 1,000 is a million. No, wait, 10 million, something like 10 million.
No, that would not be 100,000. Yeah, that's 10 million.
Yes, so that's like 10 million Ghana cedis, and you're taking 30%, and this is every month. 10 million, that's like 3 million.
Yeah.
30%.
30%, so that's 3 million.
That's how much you can make a month.
From the app.
And this is not even at the peak of it, because OnlyFans has way more, and African porn consumers are way more than that. So you could be making 3 million Ghana cedis a month if you have such an app.
Wow.
I mean, disclaimer, I'm not saying anybody should build that. But
But it means that the girls on OnlyFans, right? OnlyFans or something. They are
yo, the girls are making serious money, like serious money. I mean, you should. They're buying Bentley Bentegas. People are buying their first house at 19. and they are making serious money. And the African content people are not able to make that much because it's not convenient for this part of the world if you're a content creator. So that was the idea, to build that kind of thing. But I also turned it down because, I mean, it's one thing. I mean, if you're watching porn, that's already a problem. Now you are going to be the one who is making porn accessible to people, Charlie. I don't think I wanted to do that. So
no, but you know something. The person is already watching it, and now the person wants to be the creator. What's the problem with it?
Well, you can do it, but I don't think that I'm the one to help you do that.
To advise you to do that.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I should provide that platform for that. I mean, I wouldn't think that. So there are projects that I have taken, like payment systems, stock trading systems. I've built inventory management systems. So many, and the opportunity is vast. Technology is leading the world now. True. We've all heard of all these AIs. Elon Musk companies are all these tech companies like Tesla doing the most. Technology is leading the world. And so I believe that anybody who wants to have an advantage in the future should secure his place in it. You might not need to be a software guy writing the code, but you should understand something about that whole industry so that you are not left out. That's just what I'll say. But for people who really want to be part of it, then it's never too late to start, and it's never too early to start. If you're in school, in the university, and you think that, Charlie, more time day, let me finish school, I'll tell you, it's better to start when you're in school. By the time you're done with school, you've already built the skill, because it will take you time to build a skill. I'll tell you that from zero, right? From zero, when you have like zero knowledge, zero skill, till the day you get employed, it was average like 1.5 years. Yeah. So you might think about it. Do you want to start at 1.5 years now? Or you want to start when you finish school? Okay. So that's the advice I give to students is start now, even if you're not doing computer science. Okay. You think that you want to be into software in the future, start now. Start learning. There are so many resources. Me, myself, I didn't do computer science in school. Okay. So I learned myself. I was self-taught. Yeah. So, and nobody was guiding me, even though my own big brother is a heavyweight software engineer. He's working with Meta, Facebook. Okay. I had people like that, but still I did not have anybody to like guide me because all the people I knew were busy. Okay. So an advice I'll give is, if you're starting, it's best to have a mentor, someone who is ahead of you to guide you, show you the way. Otherwise, someone like me, I'll say that I'll not advise anyone to go my route, but me, I'm more very, very critic and analytic, and I read a lot. So I was guiding myself from my own research. And I think I would have even been faster if I had a mentor. So, yes.
But did your brother serve as a motivator? What he was doing, did he motivate you? All this money that he's making, I mean, I could also get part of it or something.
Okay, so the first thing I'll say is I didn't even go inside because I wanted to make money from working for somebody. Okay. The reason why I went inside in the initial stages because I had my own ideas that I wanted to develop. Okay. And I couldn't. Okay. I was a designer. I was doing designs. I could design the interface, the UI and everything. But now develop the thing. You've done this nice design, your business idea, you've designed the app. Now build a thing, you have to go and look for other people. Okay. Now you go to the person, this one say 30,000, this one say 50,000. Okay. This one is saying the 50,000 is not even CDs. So I realize that now, if I'm going to make any kind of progress, I have to learn the skill myself and build the app myself. That's why I went into the software. So I didn't even go inside because I wanted to make money from working from somebody. So I saw my brother was doing really well. Originally, me and him actually even started it when we were in JSS with HTML, but I stopped. I did not take it serious. My big brother took it serious from JSS. He continued. He went to university, did computer engineering, and I mean, he co-founded a very successful Ghanaian startup. They are making million dollar startup. And then in Ghana, founded in Ghana, and he also broke away because he had some issues. So after JSS 0, I didn't do anything. SHS 0, university 0. So after university, that's when I had these business ideas, and I saw that I need to learn the skill because I have a lot of ideas that I want to develop for myself. And it is afterward that when I learned the skill, and I said, okay, now I know the skill, I want to even better it. And I think the best way to better the skill is to get real world work experience in it, see how people in industries are using the skill and building the apps that we use every day. And so that's when I decided to find a job. Yeah, that's how come I even ended up doing things for people and getting paid for it. So I don't advise people to go into it
for money.
For money. If you do, you might get frustrated and leave because, first of all, I already told you, from 0 to you get a job is like 1.5 years.
Yeah.
And most people who want money, they don't want money in 1.5 years. They want money immediately right now. So you need to now put all this work in, and that 1.5 years is not an easy time because learning it's not easy. It's a very confusing. I mean, you're learning some things that don't exist physically, and you're building something that is not even, you can't touch. So it's a very confusing thing for like beginners, right? I would say that it's a well laid out process, but it's complicated for people who are new to it.
Okay.
And it is always changing. That's the annoying thing, is that when I started, things that were there, some of them are even out of service, out of use, and there are new things coming, and everybody is jumping on the new thing. So it's always evolving. But when you get the underlying principles, it's easy for you to evolve with the industry. So
you made mention of you turning down some jobs because morally you didn't think they were right for you to develop those apps, right?
Yes.
For people to use out there.
Yes.
So does that mean there are a lot of people that are ready to develop those apps?
Oh,
within your field?
I know a guy, right, from my secondary school.
Okay.
This is to answer a question.
Okay.
Who was so desperate for money that he said he's ready to go into porn or occultism.
Porn or occultism?
Yeah. So if such a guy has a skill like this, and you give him an app to develop a occult management system or pornography app, do you think you turn it down? I don't think so. So I don't think everybody will I turn it down because of my own moral compass and things. I'm a Christian, all right?
Okay.
So there are some things that, even though I'm not bothered about sin and all that, Charlie, it's one thing to do something, and it's another thing to enable people to do that thing.
Okay.
You see, that's the problem I have. Okay. Yeah, so I think that, I mean, people are there are all the porn websites, the software engineers who build them.
Okay.
Think of Pornhub.
Pornhub. There's this one that's always trending on Twitter. Is it X videos or
X videos? Yeah. XNXX.
Okay.
X everything something is X.
Okay. This popular one that they post a lot,
Brazia too is, so all of them software.
You guys, the software.
Yes, software engineers.
When I say you guys, not you.
Exactly, I get you.
Your industry,
yes.
people within your industry.
Yeah.
They develop that.
They develop all those things. Wow. So I mean, once you have the skill, any idea you have, you can develop it. And that's one thing that's happening in Ghana, right? Apart from you working for a company and making money, you coming up with your idea, developing the app can also make you money. Think of, let's say, Jumia. Think of, there's this, some payments app for sending money, cross-border payments. There are many of them, but one major one is very big, and there's a Ghanaian involved. Express Pay is fully Ghanaian. Yeah. ZPay is fully Ghanaian. But there's one, Cash something. I've forgotten their name. But all these ones, there are Ghanaians involved, and these are people making from hundreds of millions of dollars to billions of dollars.
Wow, in Ghana.
In Ghana. So imagine ZPay is $1 billion. You get it? So the money that you can make moves from just you working for somebody. But this time there's the opportunity for you having an idea, developing the idea, getting a team, finding investors. Okay. That's one of the opportunities in Ghana right now that is really coming up.
So all these platforms that you've mentioned, they had investors.
Yeah, they had investors to back them. Yeah, if you don't have, I started a startup and didn't get any investment for like 3 years. And the problem with the startup was because it was too logistics intensive. Even though we had software, the logistics was too much. So eventually we had to close it down and restructure it. It's still undergoing restructuring and redevelopment to cut out all that logistics, and maybe then investors will give us their money after that. But yeah, we never had investment because it was too logistics intensive. In, let's say, software development or in the tech industry, we have software guys, that's software developers, we have software testers, we have team leaders, software project managers, project leaders. We have people who do technical writing. So they don't even know how to code or anything, but they know how to write good English and explain technical concepts for anybody to understand. That is also something that pays. So if you don't know how to write code, or you don't even want to learn it, you think that it is too much, your brain will tie up like spaghetti, you can consider technical writing. People are making $7,000 a month from technical writing.
$7,000.
Yeah, but that means that you have a lot of years of experience in that.
How many years have you taken?
Like from 5 years going. Yeah, and before that 5 years, you'll be making something from, let's say, $500 to $3,000 a month. There's people who also do, by the way, I'm talking about working for foreign companies. Yeah, because you are working with Ghanaian companies, you can imagine the dollars is cedis, so something from 1,000 cedis to 5,000 cedis if you're a Christian. Now, there's also something called UI design. So the people who design the interface for the software, those people who don't know anything about coding, but they know how to design. They are not just graphic designers. There's a difference between a graphic designer and a UI designer. So you can be a graphic designer and you are like the best graphic designer, but when it comes to UI, you are the worst. Yes. So that it's also a technical field. It's also a technical design field that you need to learn, and they also make money. I mean, there's money to be made across if you are, and the good thing is all these jobs can be done remotely. Most of the jobs out there for people in Africa are remote. Me myself, I'm doing remote work. Since I started till now, I've never done anything in office face to face. It's all remote.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
And how many years have you been doing it?
This is my 5th year. Oh, wow. So I'm entering my 6th year. Oh. Yeah. And from the time I started learning a skill to the time I got my first job was, so I started in, let's say, less than a year.
Okay.
Yeah, so like from March, no. Actually, a year. So it's like from March to May the next year, or March to March, one of that. It's either 1 year, 1 month, or 1 year on the dot.
Okay.
Yeah. So
let's say with let's say if you accept to build the app that we're talking about, the one that will mimic Instagram and then the one that will mimic OnlyFans, what is the process that you have to go through? Can you break us through some of the processes before you arrive at the ones that we will see on our phones and laptops?
Yeah. So, first of all, the person bringing you the app idea, or you who have the idea, you need to do something we call requirement analysis.
Okay.
So what is the requirements of the system? You have to be very, very thorough, have all the things that you want it to do. But the problem is that you can never actually really know the exact, to the finest dot, everything. So they bring you the idea. You have to, as the software engineer, guide them to draft a requirement analysis.
Okay.
When you get that, now you have everything that needs to be done. You now have to go on to plan the architecture of the software,
Okay.
right? Now, in planning the software architecture, that's also another vast field. So there's also people called software architects. You see how we have building architects.
Okay.
That's how we have software architects.
Okay.
They also draw like the way the architects for buildings draw.
Okay.
So now the architect, or you, the software engineer who is architecting the piece of software, would have to understand the moving pieces in that project idea. So let's use something like the OnlyFans. So you know that people will be doing video. We want to watch it on phones, and the phones, there's iOS and there's Android, and then we also want to see it online on websites, on the web interface, right? Okay. So we have 3 different kinds of interfaces. Then we would also, there should be some kind of it should not be something that as soon as 10 people come on it has become slow.
Okay.
Or 100 people, it is slow. Yeah, they'll tell you the system is slow because too many people are on it. And we are talking about University of Ghana. Why? How many people are on University of Ghana platform? Are they more than the people on Facebook? So if you don't have a very good software architect to architect your software, these are some of the problems you have.
Okay.
So the architect will take care of what we call scaling, how the thing can, the thing should be able to scale, the database design of it, how the interface will talk to the backend. You just do everything. Okay. Then there's going to be database design. So the database, how the thing will be stored, and how best to store it so that if you are what we call querying, if you are going to pick it out of the database, it will be very fast. Okay. Right? And it can also accommodate many people going in at the same time and requesting the same video and blah blah blah. Okay. So we do the database design. That's also another whole process on its own. Then when you come to that point, now you know that, okay, this is the architecture, this is the database design. Then now you can break it down into implementation. So back-end guys, you people do this and this and this, these features. Front-end guys, you people do this and this and this. Mobile developer guys, do this and this and this. Okay. Then whoever is in charge of making sure the thing is deployed or is made available online will have what you do. So everybody will come together. So it's very, very.
So the apps that we see, let's go back to the main example, OnlyFans.
Yeah.
A platform like OnlyFans that we see, it took a lot of people.
Oh yes.
Developers.
If just one person wants to do it, the person can do something which is a prototype or something, right? Okay. But you realize that it is not. It cannot really support plenty people because the for one person to build something solid, it's gonna take them
a lot of time to
5 years.
yeah,
So
you
it's
have to
gonna
do the
take you a long
architect's
time.
job,
Yeah.
you have to do the interface job,
Exactly.
you have to do, I
So
see.
it's gonna take a very long time for
Okay.
that to be done.
Okay.
So usually it has to be broken down for a team to handle it.
Okay.
So anywhere from like 3 people going, yeah, you can have something solid. But if you want like if you are going to be doing things that 1 million users and things, those things, 3 people, you can't even. You need you need this. It's not about even the numbers, but
Okay.
the skill set
Okay.
of the individuals.
Individual.
Exactly. Yeah. And security is a very, very, very key thing because we have hackers all over the place.
Exactly.
And hackers hack software.
Okay.
And websites, they're all software. Hackers, that's the only way a hacker can get to you is through the website you're browsing.
Oh.
So if your website is not secure, the hacker can hack you, the website owner, or the people who come on your website by hacking your database and getting their information.
Okay.
Yeah, so first of all, I already told you about the style of hacking where they mimic your website and then this thing. So as for that one, you the developer, you can't do anything about it because you cannot. Instagram cannot stop anybody from making Instagram clone.
Okay.
Yeah. What they can do is they'll make their system secure. They make sure their security protocols are very high so that you cannot easily hack them.
Okay.
It's almost impossible to hack the Instagram itself.
Okay.
Yeah. But people will always find a way to hack your users.
To hack. At what point will people get to know that what I'm about to sign in is actually not the right thing, and it might lead to my platform being hacked or my account being hacked? What should people see before they
first of all, the website can never be the same as the original one.
Okay.
So we have Instagram.com. You can't have another Instagram.com that is fake.
Okay.
So they will change the name to be maybe instead of Instagram, it will be Instagram, like ISTA. So if you are not vigilant and you don't see the link, the website itself, something.com, let's say it's a shopping site, ebay.com, and you go and enter a wrong something that looks like eBay and it's called something B, and you go and enter your credit card details over there, you're doomed. So you first have to be very, very vigilant of the website, the URL of the website.
Okay.
Second of all, now there are websites that you don't even have to be on Instagram.com. Some websites will tell you sign in with Google.
Okay, yeah, it's true. It's true.
Now, for that, right, Google, first of all, will not, Google, that signing with Google thing is what we call APIs.
Okay.
Google provides that API for you, the developer, to be able to use it in your website. So Google makes sure that the person who is using it is not a fictitious developer. So they make sure that the website is safe, right? But you can never really trust because Google doesn't know what's happening on your back end.
Okay.
It's possible. So because of that also, the signing with Google will not give the website owners access to your password.
Okay.
They will just see your Google name, email address or something. Okay. They will not see any of your personal information. Okay. So that's security that Google is providing. Okay. Or
so
Facebook
Google will not see any of your personal information?
No, Google will see it. Google has that. Okay. But the website that is allowing you to sign in with Google, to link your Google, will not see any of that. Okay. That is security measures that Google and others have put in place. Okay. But there are websites that will pretend to be the Google and say sign in with Google, but it's not actually Google.
So that they get the information directly.
Exactly. So that one doesn't even go to Google. So to be able to tell that this person is not the real, it's not Google, and it is what's it called?
Phishing.
Yeah, Konimo that's saying is Google. Phishing. Yes, PHISHING. Phishing.
So that's mimicking somebody's. That's called phishing.
Yes.
Okay.
There's even farming.
Okay, I've heard of the farming. Ahead of the
So to be able to tell that this is not actually Google, when you click, if you click on a link that says that sign in with Google, you see Google, most of the time you already have a Google account on the browser you're browsing with or something. So when you do it, Google just tells you select the Google account you want to use to sign in and all that.
Okay.
Those fake ones don't have access to know that you are signed in with Google already or anything.
Oh.
They'll tell you to enter your email and this thing afresh. So on those porn websites, what they do is the hackers would create an advert that is showing on the porn website.
Okay.
And most of the porn websites that show adverts, they are hungry people who just want to make money. So they collect money from anybody without any proper background check.
Oh.
So you see an ad that says enlarge your penis or tighten your vagina in 2 minutes. Click here.
2 minutes.
or find sexy girls around you to have sex with tonight in Accra.
Okay.
And the girls are white girls. They don't even know Accra. We don't have white girls like that who are, I mean, we are not white people.
Yeah.
But because they don't give a shit about any of that, you just see the ad there. They didn't put much thought into the ad itself.
Okay.
All they want is when you click that ad, it will link, so it will redirect you to their website, the hacker's website.
Okay.
And if you come onto a hacker's website, there are too many things that he can do to you. It's like you entered an Amrover's house.
Okay.
And you're holding an iPhone 15 Pro Max 1 terabyte.
Okay.
With Bentley Bentayga. And you were, let's say you were lost driving in Nima and you went to enter Atayi's grandson's house, who is also following his grandfather's legacy.
Okay.
Automatically, Charlie, you just get, he will rob you. So now you have been redirected to the hacker's website.
Oh.
He can simply even download a virus onto your device.
Ooh.
So viruses are all even created by these kind of people. They are all softwares that they create it to download itself. When you hit their website, it will download itself into your system, whether into your network, somewhere on your machine, and give access to them. Some of them can even give you a virus that will give them a backdoor access to your computer.
Wow.
And now the hacker can enter your computer, see your files, everything. Yeah, so if you see a link on WhatsApp saying, click here, KFC is giving away free food, and our fathers and mothers, I don't know, they think they're advising us, but they are the ones who the thing is getting, because there's no way anybody will give you any money for just like that. So you say, hey, you've won $1 million, click this link, or come and get a free this thing, click this link. All those things are all things that are built by people, hackers, who want to get an opportunity to either download a virus onto your phone or computer, or they'll ask you to enter your personal information.
Okay. So
they will tell you, enter your name, email, phone number, and link your WhatsApp to get this this promotion, blah blah blah. You go and do it. Then they use in the long run, they have your number, they have your personal details. They can target you.
So when you click on that website and then the hacker directs you to his or her website, you don't have to provide your login details before they get access to download the virus onto your machine.
Downloading things, you don't even have to log into anything to download. You can even go on any website and download music or download something without logging in.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the porn promotion that you were talking about.
Yeah. So there are some things that can get downloaded without you clicking download. Some of them are called malware, some of them are called virus. Yeah, they jump themselves into your device. And it is not even like files that you can easily access. Okay. They download into places that you the person using the device don't even know it exists in your device, like in some corner of your device.
So you
and they work from there. Yeah. So, and the thing is, some devices are safer. That's why they say it's less probable that let's say Apple or an iPhone device will have a virus. There are some viruses that you can have, but Apple doesn't allow such things to happen. They will not allow a website to just download something, upload something into your device like that, right? But some other things like Windows and Android, well, they are more open. So the ease of making a malware upload into your device or download into your device is not difficult. It's not.
This is interesting. How do an individual on that website get to know that this advert is genuine and this one looks like it's...
Yeah, I'll tell you, all of them are fake. Don't even start doing this one is genuine, this one is fake. Wait. They're all fake because I don't think that is well, you might say I'm wrong, but I don't know if there's any real penis enlargement medicine in real life. I don't think so. The only way you can do it is probably tie your penis to a pole and hang on it to stretch it to pull you down. If it doesn't get torn, then thank God you had a long penis. So that's the only way I think. But any other way, I don't think it's gonna work. Vagina tightening, I don't know about that. I don't have one, but I suspect that there might be that one. But then the women should also know that even though there is people who are advertising such things on porn sites might use the fact that such things might exist to lure you to think they have it. Yeah, so the thing is, just don't click any kind of advert on any porn site or any website at all, unless you know that like it's a secure website. Some websites don't just allow anybody to advertise on their web. Like a YouTube ad. YouTube doesn't just allow anybody to advertise. So it's not, you won't see some kind of scam adverts on YouTube. It's like a hacker's advert on those YouTube, things.
You can approve it before you
exactly. Yeah, so unless the website you're on is a trustworthy website, and the ad is from something you are familiar with,
a company
so that one, yes, you can do that. But even with that, if you are going to do it, then browse in a very restricted browser. Like there's Brave. It's a browser called Brave.
Can you spell that one?
So BRAVE.
Oh, the normal Brave.
Yeah.
We know. Okay.
So those guys, Brave, they don't even allow websites to track you. You know, websites can track you.
Really?
Yeah.
Track you, I say.
They can have they have access to your. You see, when you visit a website, automatically we know that okay, this user uses this browser and has come onto the website. This is his what's it called? The device footprint, or the device you are using
to browse.
Yeah, and if the website has so Google provides some kind of what we call APIs for websites to be able to use to identify you when you visit their website, right? So if you come on a website and Google through the APIs tells that, oh, this is the same device that was on this other website and now it's on this website, they track, they say, oh, you are on a men's sportswear website. So now if you go on another site, all of a sudden you start seeing men's sportswear adverts. It's because they were able to track and see that you are the same person who visited this website. Now you're on this website. So they track your digital footprint, your movement on the internet. They assign you some kind of code. So code XYZ is the same person who has browsed this page and has come to this page and has come to this page, all those things. So it's called tracking. But there are browsers that don't allow you to be tracked, like Brave. Yeah, so those browsers too, they don't even allow ads to be shown to you. Yeah, even YouTube ad, you don't even see any ad.
That's a Brave.
Yeah, Brave browser. So
is it free to download?
Yeah, it's free to download.
Wow.
So I would say that if you want to be safe on the internet, then first of all, start with your browser, something like Brave. There's Brave on mobile phones and
laptops.
yeah, exactly. So Brave browser is good.
Okay.
Now, apart from that, you yourself have to apply your head. You should know that nobody's going to dash you $1 million. Congratulations, you've won $1 million, and you go and click on the link. If you get hacked and you come to me or somebody, I'll tell you, Charlie, I don't think that I don't think you are qualified to be on the internet. You should be browsing newspapers, because something like that. What did you do to win $1 million? Come on, man. So to be safe on the internet, you need to apply your head. Use the right tools.
Okay.
Don't just click ads that you're not familiar with. Links. Like anybody that sends you a link, even if it's your own friend who says, Charlie, some free something, click this. If it's not a link to a YouTube video or a link to maybe some photo
TikTok
album or
like
TikTok or one of those popular platforms, don't click it.
Okay.
Unless you call the person on phone and he says, oh yeah, this is a link to the
what I was talking
documents
to you
or
about,
what I was talking to you, the website I was talking. Okay. But if it's a link to some free watch or something, KFC is giving away a free bucket.
And those things, they happen on WhatsApp a lot.
Yeah.
They happen on WhatsApp. But what's the difference between software engineers and ethical hackers? I wanted to ask.
There's a very big difference, because ethical hackers are people who have been trained to find the vulnerabilities in like software systems. So softwares companies need people like that to be able to like test your software or your system to find the loopholes in it and the vulnerabilities in it, so that you can fix it and fill it. So ethical hacking is a security. They are more into the security side. Software developers just develop the software. They also apply security protocols, but ethical hackers come and now test that your security that you think you've applied. Exactly. So there's different forms of that. I'm not into that field, but I know that there are people who do penetration testing. We call it pen testing. So, and those people, they are very, very low key. Someone can be a pen tester and you never know. They keep a very low profile. Yeah. They work with banks, in organizations that if you hack, it's a big deal, right? So banks, telcos, they employ, they contract them. Those people usually, they are not even employees. The people the employees don't even know about them. So those people are behind the scenes. They try to penetrate your system. So if it's a bank app, they'll put all the attack vectors in place and everything to try to break it. If they're able to break it, they'll tell you that, hey, there's a loophole here. We need to fix it. This is what you can do to fix it, and blah, 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 blah. Otherwise, it's going to cost you. So, and then those people take a lot of money, because, I mean, if I am able to find a loophole in Bank of Ghana's system that I can use to steal $1 billion and I tell you about it, and you pay me $1,000, do you think I'll come and tell you anything next time?
No.
Exactly.
I'll keep quiet.
Next time, I'll just call my friends in Taiwan and say, you know what? Let's go through this loophole I'm seeing and move this money from here to this place and mask our identities. That's all. So those people are compensated a lot.
And they are called the
pen testers, ethical hackers, white hat hackers. Yeah, and there's the black hat hackers. Those people are they are come to hack you.
They are not part of the ethical
no. They are unethical hackers. They are internet armed robbers. They are the ones on the internet holding shotguns in the highway and kidnapping websites. So those people are the people that we are guarding ourselves against on the internet. The internet is just like real life. you have to protect yourself. If you are walking with a bag, don't just hang your bag anyhow in Makola and things. You see, so that's how it is. It's the same thing. Yeah.
Oh. So the ethical hackers are not necessarily evil people. They find
No. They are not evil people at all. An ethical hacker can even be someone who has not even been contracted by the company, but out of a goodwill, decided he's going to test this company's security and find loopholes. And when he does, that's one way too. They can approach the company and say, "I found this loophole. Pay me this money to fix it for you." If you're a good company, you pay them. Yeah.
But becoming an ethical hacker, software engineer like yourself, is it a tough process? And is it expensive?
Yes. Is it expensive?
Yeah,
I would say that in the long run, no. If you just look at the money you pay for exams and stuff, because those things are certified, they are certifications. So you have to go through the course, write the exams, a number of exams, get certifications. The money you'll be paying might seem expensive to you because the organizations are usually not even Ghanaian. There's Cisco, there are others who they have become the authority that authorizes, certifies people, right? So they test you. Those people, their fees are not in cedis. It's not expensive. I would say something like $2,000 and below for one exam, kind of. I'm not in that field, I'm guessing. But when you're done and you are now in the field, I knew a certain guy who is a friend of a friend. Yeah. He, back in 2012, he was making 35K a month. Ethical hacker. 35,000 cedis a month in 2012. In today's money, let's say the cedi has fallen down and that money is worth maybe 10 times now.
That's a lot of money.
Or maybe it's equivalent to, let's say, 200K. Yeah, so he was making that kind of like 200K a month from Ghanaian companies like MTN, Vodafone and stuff. And other African companies. He was traveling all over the place just because he's finding vulnerabilities in their system. So if you are paying $2,000
to get $200,000,
exactly, no, 200,000 cedis a month. I mean, I don't think $2,000 will be expensive then, right? Yeah.
How many years do you need to become a software engineer?
A software engineer?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say necessarily years, but it's the skill. If you're able to develop the skill and understand everything in 6 months and do the work of a software engineer, and there's a difference in software engineer and software developer.
Okay, what's the difference?
The developer is just developing. The engineer is the one who is able to break the whole system down into like pieces, moving pieces, and then like see the big picture and then determine what needs to be done and give the work to the developer to do. So the engineer is he's more into like how things work under the scenes. A software developer can even be a better at coding than a software engineer, because software engineer really, if you look at it, the real software engineer, they don't even necessarily have to be coding too much. Yeah, those people do. It's like an architect and a mason. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. The architect draws everything, the plan and everything. The mason just come to put the plan.
Yeah, but let's say some architects can also be
masons.
Exactly. Yeah.
I get your point. Have you developed anything?
Oh yeah. So I have a number of apps I've developed. I even have an app on the Play Store, and also on app stores. It's called Nantu, Nantoo.
I mean, you can show, if you have it on your phone, you can show it to the camera.
Yeah, sure, of course. So if you go to the Play Store and you search.
So this is your own app that you developed. So guys, the app he's showing us, he developed it. What you're seeing on the screen right now, he developed it.
How does the app work? I can take you through that.
Please take us through.
So it's an app for basically growing your circle,
Okay.
meeting people around you at places around you. So we focus on not just meeting up with people, but exploring places. So let's say you live in Accra or you've moved to a new city and you are not familiar with the place. You want to learn the culture, meet the locals, find out what's going on around you. And Nantu is the app that you should use, right? You log in. So when you come in, the first thing you see that Nantu wants to use your location.
Okay.
The reason why we ask you this is because this app works with your location, right? We need to know where, and we are not picking exact location. We need to be able to identify what location, like what city you are in, things like that, right? So I'm going to do allow once. Then now that your location has been enabled, you come on the app, you will see invitations from people around you. This is a test account.
Okay.
So it's going to show me all the invitations on the app, regardless of location. But for any user, it's going to show you only for your city, right? Now, this person, Gaia, is inviting me to hang out at this restaurant, right? And that's in Italy. Yeah. So we have users even in Italy.
Okay.
So when you come on the app, this is what you're going to see. The idea is that you're meeting this person at this place. So you're not just, it's not just to get to know a person, but now you're going to explore a place in Italy called this, right? So let's say I was in, I'm new in Italy and I just want to, see what's going on around me, meet people. And the best way to learn the culture and the things that are happening is by meeting people, the locals there. Exactly. So if I want to meet up, I'll just say like. If I don't, then I'll say dislike. Okay. Now, if I say like, the person is going to receive a notification that, oh, on your invite, this person has liked it. This person is interested in hanging out, right? Okay. So they are going to see that the number of people who have liked it. So this is a test invitation on the test account with no likes yet. Okay. But then if they had likes, you'd see that all the likes are here. So if let's say you have 1,000 likes, you see 1,000 profiles here. Okay. Now you decide which of them to accept. Okay. And once you accept, then now you can have a chat. Before you accept, you can't chat with anybody. And it's for apps like this, your security has to be over the roof, right? So the first thing that we do is we don't allow anybody to just message you. So no one can spam you, messaging you and all that. Second of all, we have verified profiles. So this person is not verified. If I like it, before they can even accept and start chatting with me, it will prompt them to verify their profile. So they will have to use what's it called, a selfie and a valid ID card to verify. They can either just use a selfie or both. The difference is you would see that the color of the verification icon would tell you what level of verification they've done. So when they use a selfie verification, we use the selfie to match against their profile photo to tell if it's the same person. If it's not, the person is going to get flagged. Yeah, so what happens is everybody by the time you're chatting with the person, both of you are verified. Both of you know that this is a real person. I'm not being catfished. And now that we have your identities and the places are, so to see places, you press this button. Now the places on the app are all, what's it called?
I can see something Africa down there. Is it Planet Africa?
Yeah, Planet Africa, or is that Egypt? Right. So we have places in various countries, not all countries yet. Okay. We're not available in every country yet, right? But we have a place in Egypt. And to create an invitation is just as simple as choose the place, choose who's going to pay the bills. Is it me? Is it you? Or we're going to split the bill. Okay. And then you add a message. Maybe I'm looking for an all girls hangout, just to know, some sister hangout, or group hangout for 5 people. Let's meet at this place, talk about movies, whatever. right? So you can add a note and then send the invitation out, right? You can also even apart from creating an invite, you can add a review to the place. So it's also a way to check out places around you, see the reviews they have and all of that, rate them and stuff like that. Yeah. So when your invite is out, then people will see it. So now it's to join the pool of invitations. People will see it, see what's going on. Oh, this person is here, wants to hang out. And the hangouts are all daytime hangouts. And the places are all public places, all the places on the app. So there are no private rooms, hotels, blah, blah.
But if I'm on the app and I'm looking for a place or someone has invited me to come to a place, right?
Yeah.
How do I get to know that this person I'm going to meet or this group of people I'm going to meet, they will know how?
So first of all, we have some community guidelines to, let you know, okay, first of all, in hanging out, let's say you say you're going to hang out at a mall. The place is listed on the app, right? You can't hang out any place that's not listed on the app. Now, in the chat, if you realize that the person says, oh no, instead of meeting in the mall, let's meet somewhere else, this place, I'll send you address or whatever, you should immediately report the person. If the person if the person tries to change anything, you should report the person. Second of all, the person's identity. Is it is the person a verified user, right? And you should know that by the time someone has already accepted to meet up with you, both of you should have been verified by that time, right? So now in the chat, you would arrange, and the invitations don't have a time on it, so that someone cannot stalk you, say, oh, you say you're going here at 3 p.m. I'll get there ahead of you to see blah blah blah. No. There's no time on it. So the person you're meeting is the identity is verified. So now if you are going there to meet the person, you know that this is a real person, right? Your safety is now you going there. You should know that you are not going. You don't expect that the person is going to what's it called?
So can it be that the person cannot say let's do a house party or
No.
Okay, so there's no possibility that this can become a mini version of Tinder.
No. So you see the reason why something like this became necessary is because people really want to make like real authentic friendships.
Exactly.
Apps like Instagram, you can't really make Twitter and Instagram. Everybody's just flowing their mind. It's saturated, no real connection. Now we come to the other side. Dating apps are all looking for hookups, blah blah blah. Also, no real connection. So, and something has to close the gap.
Okay.
Right. Something has to connect authentic people just on the basis of friendship, and nothing else.
Okay.
And that's where this app comes in. So this app is a cross between Tinder and TripAdvisor. Do you know TripAdvisor?
Yeah, I've heard of TripAdvisor.
Yes.
TripAdvisor is more or less like the traveling.
Yeah. So
they give you guidelines on all this.
Yes,
stuff, right?
exactly. So TripAdvisor and Tinder, if they had a hookup and give birth, this would be the app to give birth to. So
TripAdvisor and Tinder probably were dating and they slept together.
Yeah, exactly.
Nantu, right?
Yeah, Nantu.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, Nantu.
Yeah.
Nantu sounds like walking, right?
So it's a tree word, yeah.
It's a tree word.
So the calf. Your calf is
Unantu.
Yeah. And that's the same like the root word for travels, Anamuntu and all that. So that's why I use Nantu.
That's a serious name. That's a serious name. So aside from what you just explained, the hookup and then this one being different from Tinder, the matchmaking and all that, what are some of the benefits that if I've decided that I want to use this to meet these people, especially this festive season?
Yeah. Well, one of the benefits is that it's going to be very easy for you to meet up with people. Just the same way it's easy for you to order a ride with Uber without coming to stand by the road, book accommodation without going to the location to physically book it, just by using an app like Airbnb. This is more like the Airbnb or the Uber for meeting people, right? So you just book, let's meet at this restaurant. Second, so we're talking about safety. I'll come back to that. So this
Okay, yeah.
this app is more like the go-to. It would be the go-to app for just meeting up at places, exploring places. There are people who are not so much social. They find it difficult to make friends, but they wish they could, right? There are people who also go out a lot and sometimes go out alone. And when they're out, they wish that, I wish that I could, make a friend while I was out. So those people will find this app useful. It's going to be, it's an app that if this December you travel to a new city, you want to, meet up with people around there, this is one app that I would recommend to you to be able to meet up with real people in real time at real places. So it's not just about meeting people, it's about exploring the place. That's like the main thing of the app is about the place. So experiencing the place, and to make it better, it's better done with people. People, humans, we love to share stories and all that. Yeah. So now, because for safety reasons, to avoid things like kidnaps and all that, which happens anyways with apps like even Facebook. People, you see the problem with like an app like Facebook, it's not built for meetups. So if you want to hang out with somebody, everything has to be done manually. The person says, meet me at this place in this street. You go and get there, he catches you. But with this app, the place is on it, right? There's no lonely streets listed on the app.
And does Nantu, this app, the people behind it working on it, are you able to track that these guys, these people have met here?
So that's a feature that's going to roll out. So we are adding monetization factor to it.
Monetization?
Yes. So you can earn tokens on the app if you verify your meetup. So when the two of you meet up, both go on the app separately. Then you can verify a meetup, and then we give you guys tokens. And then the users will rate themselves, just like you rate an Uber driver, right? So you rate this guy's a great guy, or this guy is a boring guy, this guy likes talking too much. But I mean, we will not necessarily show that your rating of what people said.
End will see.
Yeah. So but you see the number of stars the person has, and as a starter, we are giving everybody by default 3.5 stars. So this person has 3.5 stars.
So if I'm getting you correct, and I want people to understand that part, in a few months to come, you guys will roll a feature where you are able to pay people for verifying their meetup.
Yeah, just for verifying meetups, you get tokens.
Like how much are you guys thinking?
So
about?
The tokens are going to be Nantu tokens that you can use to redeem paid features. So features that, let's say, as I said, when you're in your city, you only see people in your city. Let's say you want to not physically meet, but you want to make friends with people in London from Accra. That's going to be a paid feature. Right. So if you have tokens, instead of paying, let's say 10 cedis a month, you can redeem that feature with your tokens. Yeah.
Because I'm asking that because if I know that I'm going to meet David, at Accra Mall.
Yeah.
And then when I get there, I verify for the app to know that, okay, I've met with David. He's a good guy. We've had business conversation and we'll roll out things. And I know that after that meeting being successful and me reporting the success of the meeting to the app, I'm able to get, let me say, $50 or 50 cedis.
$50?
No.
Okay.
I'm just giving an example. Yeah. So let's say $10 or $5.
Okay.
Or let's say $5 or 5 cedis.
Okay.
I'll be able to get that amount. Wouldn't you think that will force people to?
That is also a compelling thing. So what we are looking at working on in a near distant future is using your Nantu tokens to get discounts at restaurants that we would be partnering with and stuff. So
I love that part.
So it's gonna be possible that just because you've met up with people and verified your meetups, now you get to Kempinski and you didn't have to pay anything for your food because you have Nantu discount points that you can use to
buy whatever you want to
at Kempinski, because Kempinski is like a partner on Nantu. That's where we are looking at getting to.
So if I create a platform on Nanto, does it show what I do? Maybe I'm a businessman, I'm a software
Yeah,
engineer.
yeah. So in
so that they
your
can pair me with
profile,
somebody also.
right? In
Okay.
your profile, you put up you add a profile picture.
Okay.
You set your
Job title.
interests,
Okay.
what your interests are,
Okay. Okay.
and then the job title,
Okay.
the
Abu.
company, the
Okay.
school.
Okay. Abu
You
Dhabi
type the
University. Okay.
university, then yeah,
Okay.
and then your gender.
Okay.
And by the way, it seems that we might have some more genders
Yeah, you
over
for you
here.
might have some more
People who
gender and you
identify as
custom.
helicopters and stuff.
Yeah, people identify
So,
as helicopters.
so when you do that, then now you can see like a highlight of you. This testing account is partially verified. That means you only used a selfie verification,
Okay.
and which is just because the test account. By the way, this test account no one can actually even interact with.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just a test account.
Okay.
So when you do that, then now other people would see more
of what you do,
yeah.
your profile and all that. But this app looks like it's not a centralized app or specific to maybe let's say Ghana, Nigeria alone.
No,
You
no,
can use
no,
it
no.
worldwide.
Yeah.
So is it possible that somebody like a content creator or a travel content creator who is always traveling around the world creating content to be able to also connect with other content creators and post their content on the platform? Not all of them, but partially some of the things they
So
do.
the thing that we are also looking to roll it, because an app like this, we are very careful when we don't want it to become just a social app where you just post stuff.
Yeah, okay.
But it's more of a meetup
Meetups
app.
only. Okay.
We are limiting how you post.
Okay.
One thing that we are considering rolling out is let me just log this.
Yeah.
One thing that we are considering rolling out is a feature where after you meet up, if you verify a meetup, then you are allowed to post pictures that you've taken at the location.
Oh.
So now you'd see people's profiles of pictures of places they've been at and other users they've met. The content creator part, based on your interest, you can meet people who are in the same line of work based on interest, based on the work you are doing, and you can create invitations for content. So you create a group invite and say, I want to meet content creators only.
Okay.
So I mean, we allow you to do all this, meet any kind of group, any kind of interest that you are like.
I mean, things that you're interested
exactly.
in. I get that point. So overall, all the fields that you've mentioned, on the average, what's the lowest amount people make and what's the highest amount people make in your field? Then we conclude.
The lowest amount people make is 0.
That's the newbies.
Yeah. And not just the newbies, but I mean, if your friend is doing a project and it's not something that is heavy, let's just say like a one static website page, and you want to do it for free, yeah, you can do it for. And as a newbie, you should do free projects.
Okay, so if I say develop rideandchat.com, would you do it?
Oh yeah, if you say develop rideandchat, I feel like it's very interesting. I'll do it not for free, for equity. Because I do that a lot. Like a lot of apps that I've been on, I'm not looking for you to pay me, but I want to be part of it so that when it starts making money,
you can also get
exactly, yeah,
like a split sheet kind of
yes, something like that. So yeah, and so highest amount from Ghana, what I have personally heard a Ghanaian working for another company was $12,000 a month.
Okay.
And that would translate to something like $144,000 a year.
Okay.
And in cedis, that's gonna be like 2 million, 1 point something to 2 million Ghana cedis a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I mean, me on my first role, I was making something like $650. Yeah, my current role, I mean, obviously more than that, but in your first role, if it's a Ghanaian company, I'll tell you, in fact, for a newbie, I'll tell you, don't even, my first role was not a Ghanaian company, but if you're a newbie, and my first role, I wasn't looking for money, that's why I accepted that amount, right? If you're a newbie, don't think about the money. Okay. It's what the companies want to see is that you've done things before. Okay. So you should do free projects just to exhibit your skills. The first job is just to learn real life experience and exhibit your skills and have something on your portfolio that you can show to your next job, right? So the first job, you shouldn't care about the amounts. I would say that if it's in Ghana, for a newbie, they'll be offering you something like 3K, 5K.
Okay, dollars.
Cedis. No. Which is I'm saying this is a Ghanaian company. Yeah. If it is not, and you are using your LinkedIn well, then your first gig will not be a Ghanaian company, and it's likely that you'll be making something like $500 to $1,000. Yeah, that will make sense for a first gig. Even a second gig, $1,000. About third gig, that's after like 3 years of experience or more. By 5 years of experience, you can be making at least $3,000. Yeah, and the more you experience, the more
money you
exactly make. You understand. I mean, people are making $12,000 in Ghana. That's the thing about this role. The best part for me is the fact that you can work from home in Ghana, be paid from a foreign country, and paid in that country's currency. Because Ghana cedi, bro.
I know what you talk about.
Yeah.
Ghana cedis, you go hold, I mean, let's say 10,000 Ghana cedis this month. By the time you enter February, that 10,000 reduced to 7,000.
I'm telling you,
in terms of
once
value,
you've not even touched it.
You've not touched it. Yeah. That's my point. It's not that you've spent 3,000 out of it. No, you've not touched it, but the value has reduced to 7,000. Yeah. So it makes life a bit. You know you have money in your account, but with few months, you know that money is valueless.
Yeah, like, telling me there, I'm not even advising anybody to save in cedis.
Save in dollars.
Even if you're not getting in dollars, just change your cedis to dollars, put it in your dollar account. Yeah, so if you're working and you're getting paid in dollars, all the taxes are handled and your net is good, Good. I mean, then you're really good to go.
But why is it that you feel there are a lot of opportunity, but people don't know? Because I'm asking that because I interviewed marine engineer, and the two of them, marine engineers, a lady and a guy, the two of them said there's opportunity, but people don't know. And then they explain why people don't know. Why is it that you feel to the same thing, but a lot of people don't know?
Well, when it comes to technology, right, in Ghana, a lot of people are not educated in that respect. And a lot of people, when it comes to girls, a lot of them feel like they don't want to stress their minds about that. When it comes to guys, a lot of them too are not privy to the depths of the technical field. They just think of IT. If you say IT is just too broad, right? The Ghanaian landscape has not done a good job to open people up to the field. Until I think recently I heard people are doing HTML and programming stuff in SHS. And I was like, wow. But even with those people, they don't appreciate. I don't think that the education system is doing a good work to let you know the possibilities with tech.
Okay.
Yeah, when you're in SHS doing HTML, CSS, you don't even know why you're learning it. You don't even understand it. The teachers who are teaching don't even understand it. So you end up thinking, oh, these things are far-fetched. So that's the problem. A lot of Ghanaians, in their mind, IT is a distant thing. Ghana is not a country to be considered, right? But then some of the people are also realizing much later that the field is real and it's as close as it can be to you. Yeah, anybody can decide to jump into the field without it's not a respect of people. Anybody at any age can jump into the field. That's the good thing about it. Yeah. See, the problem and the opportunity is in this country, if you are working in Ghana for a Ghanaian company being paid in cedis, it's not really making sense anymore.
Okay.
If you're not doing business and you're working for somebody in this country, the cost of living in this country is more than your salary. I'm telling you, your basic needs exceed your salary. So it doesn't even make sense that you're working for a company in Ghana. That's why, and this field is offering an opportunity for you to work for companies in more developed countries and earn from their currency, and then use, because in it is this country has been is going so bad that the only way it makes sense to be a worker is to work and earn from another country to work here, because exactly, look at rent. How much is rent? How much is transportation, food, before you use some and save some to build your house, bro? Exactly. So I think that this tech field is something that is an opportunity. I think it is, God has given Ghanaians and Africans an opportunity to make a living, because bro, otherwise there are other things that you can do, business, but working as an employee for Ghanaian company, boy,
I feel the pain. I feel the pain because I know what you're talking about, bro. My name, Dr. Sam. The program is Ride and Chat. I've been talking to my brother who is a software engineer. I mean, he has seen it all. He has been through the mill. He started as someone who wasn't looking for money. He was just doing it because he wanted to build his own something, develop it his way. And then later he started taking freelance gigs and stuff like that, and he was making money from it. Today, I mean, he's making quite some good amount of money, right? And he's encouraging you that, look, this field needs a lot of hands, but experience also counts. So if you have the opportunity to learn it, start it whilst you're in the university, you're in the SS. Before you finish, you build that experience that people are looking for already. So the companies will be chasing you, because even in general working environment, those with experience are the ones that companies go after. If you're a newbie, I mean, you'll be doing some of these menial jobs that are around. But when you gain the experience, people rush after you. Let's continue to have conversation around this thing that my brother has said today in the YouTube comment section, TikTok, Instagram, and now we are also on Twitter as well, which is X. Let's have conversation on all those platforms. Let me know if you have a story. DM me on Instagram, write a chat word. We'll meet up and then we will shoot your encounter. Until we meet again, it is bye bye from myself and my boss over here. Bye bye.
All right, bye bye.